I do make my bed. I'm sorry I forgot to make it this morning. I'm a little bit messy. That's what she said. That's what she said. Okay, I love Asmongold, and Asmongold is now going to talk to us about the technology that will change online games forever. Now, excuse me as I switch screens. I have another intro up here. Let me switch this a moment. There we go. And let's see what Asmongold's going to watch.
This technology will change MMO games forever. What is it, a new microtransaction store?
CIG is kind of like Tesla. It's arguable this is a tech company disguised.
Is Asmongold watching a video about Star Citizen? I love this when Asmongold watches a video about Star Citizen. Eddie's listening to Tomato, huh?
It's a game company, at least
guys. Hey. This is Star Citizen.
Till now. Now they're getting more to the game.
We've seen this before.
That's a different video. Star Citizen is a conglomerate of tech systems that have taken a long time, a lot of money, and some smart individuals to put together.
Whenever they say a lot of money, they're talking about $700 million.
Which isn't that much. I know a lot of people go, oh my God, but it is really for what they're trying to achieve. The number one thing that I notice from content creators all over, whether they've been covering Star Citizen forever or whether they're just coming to the space, they never realize the true scope of what this game wants to be. They never get it. So for the scope of what this game wants to be, you need a lot of money. We're talking a lot of money, okay? It sounds so terrible that I'm saying that, but it's the truth.
Despite that, it runs awfully a lot of the time. The entire game, with millions of entities, is always running on just a single server.
Everybody knows that you need DGs so Star Citizen works. We all understand that you need a lot of me to make the game work.
Oh.
The most important goal has always been to change this, to split that one server into potentially dozens,
Probably
to share the load across populated locations, and create an environment that can support hundreds in relatively close proximity. But from object container streaming to entity bind culling, a 64-bit environment, to persistent entity streaming, this ultimate goal of Star Citizen to actually become a large-scale MMO is built on a stack of tech, culminating in what's known as server meshing. After 7+ years of various technological efforts slowly building up the tech stack that makes this possible, after needing to put off many other developments to wait for this.
I love his chat too, because it's Star Scam. I see Star Scam. Eve did it in 2003. Okay. I'm seeing Scam Citizen. And you know, the reason I watch Asmongold and the reason I continually watch Asmongold, I dig him as a person. He's very genuine, but also like he approaches things very rationally. You know, like he's not just going along with his own audience. So I really appreciate him. You'll see that a lot in his chat, like where like his chat's saying one thing and then he watches it and then he's like very rational about it. And then everybody in his chat like echoes him. Like they all change their opinion in the flip of a second. Once he like expresses his opinion, the chat then just changes and says whatever Asmongold says. It's craziness. I mean, that's how crazy the fandom is.
Moment after constantly hearing that the main thing holding this game back is server meshing, it appears it may actually be happening.
So as you can see on my screen, I no longer have one server connected. I have 3 servers connected to this replication layer. So what you guys see here, this is the very first version of a working server mesh.
Okay.
There are 3 servers. We assigned different zones to those servers, and we said, okay,
here we go.
You can see that
this is
even
nobody's
as
done
they
this
transition into the
before.
other zone, seamlessly transition to that zone.
Not this seamless.
Not at this
Holy shit. So they don't have to load everything. Now I get it. Holy shit.
fidelity, man. What the heck?
And not only that, I can also interact
If it
with
works, it's gonna be-
entities that are on the other side.
What
so
the
if I go
fuck?
on the screen zone,
By the way, if you were watching on Citizen Con and you weren't on Salty or Level Cap's stream, you were having a lot more fun. I'm just saying.
for example, and I shoot this, I can still shoot that purple
What the fuck?
entity.
That's so crazy.
The replication layer tracks every change in any server and replicates that change to the central timeline of information so that any other server can simply
So it just sends the data of the XY coordinate of, like, I guess the thing going from one server to another. And because tech is so fast now, it's completely
Thank you, Box.
seamless.
What's up, Nick? How you doing,
reference
buddy?
that
That's
line of
fucking
data.
insane.
It also allows for any number of servers to crash without wiping out the current position or progress of the player. Another server will
It's
just
okay,
boot
Nick.
back
You're
up to take
awesome,
its
dude.
place and reconnect to the replication layer like the game was there all along.
Over the
my-
weekend, Star Citizen conducted one of the most important tech tests ever. Massive scale server meshing. The server meshing test began with 200 players in the Stanton system.
See, nobody even knew this was going on. For years, this was planned, and nobody even realizes the scope till now. Like really, we've been talking about this forever, right? And nobody really truly understands the scope of it. So really, a $600 to $700 million a lot? Is that a lot? No, that isn't. That is a drop in the bucket. If you truly want the everything game, which I coined, by the way, which people have taken that and run with it, you're going to need at least one bill. At least.
And was then increased to 400 players and then later 800 players.
Right.
I
wanna see it.
Cool.
Did we just server hop? Oh my god, I just server hopped. I'm hitting the button. There you go. Wait, did that go through the server at a slightly different angle? Huh.
Yep.
That is 100% hitting something there.
Holy shit.
It could be a small rotation. Yeah, I think there is a slight small rotation. It like comes out.
I mean, that's pretty fucking good. I mean, there's games that they have fuck ups like this, and it's all on the same server.
Right.
I think that's the boundary.
Yep.
So I think that's the missile going from... That is insane. Going from one server to another. Alright, so if I go backwards... This ship, the Mercury Star Runner, is such a... Like,
I
good
saw this
There you
footage
go.
actually before
So I
from
can't
Ollie.
target the SRV. If you move now, P-Tong... If I go back... Okay, he's rotating. Okay, so he's still moving. That's wild.
Oh my god.
But I can't target him because he's on a different server. There you go. Dude, look at me server hop right now. Holy crap.
What the fuck?
Now look at his chat. Go from scam citizen to that's very neat. It's real. You see what I'm saying? Look at his chat now. That is crazy. Cool tech. Look at how they just flipped the script.
Man, can you translate this?
Asmongold understands what he's looking at. He's a rational adult. And then all the kiddos switch their opinion in the blink of an eye. In the blink of an eye, man. That's what I guess I'm trying to say when you see a lot of haters with Star Citizen and they're hating on it because God knows I've been following this for 10 plus years. And you see, don't even take that seriously because look how fast they change because their favorite streamer like actually looks at this and says it's cool. Look how fast that changes. That's how quick it changes. That's how quick the tide will change. That's why I'm trying to get across to my viewers. I've been doing this for years and other people who are new to Star Citizen is like, that's how fast it flips. And that's the momentum. When the adoption truly comes in, you're not going to see Scam Citizen anymore. And that's when the real money comes in. The real money has not even hit Star Citizen yet. You guys get me? You guys get me when I say that? The real money has not even hit this game yet. When all the kiddos and everybody start to realize it's not a scam and this is actually going to be a thing, that's when the floodgates open. That's when money comes in. But it does come with a caveat, right?
this to WoW. It's like phasing, but it's every player is in their own phase and also in everybody else's phase simultaneously at the same time. I think that's basically how this works. Does that help? It does. So the reason why is that I think this is clearly what their problem is. And I don't know. I haven't seen this whole demo, but like you can see right here, my camera is blocking it, so I'll just show you. So there's like the purple indicator here, the green indicator, and the red indicator. So each different indicator here.
Hold on, my super mod Red Bear's in here. Hold on a second. You gotta watch out. He's got the green tickle soul. He's Red Bear. He's #1. Red Bear. It's good to see you, Red. It's good. What's up, Instigator? 28 months like a boss. Like a boss. Holy shit, Instigator. Thank you very much, man. Yes, and amen goes to you. Like a boss.
Is used to create a distinction between different servers. So basically, this floor is a server. So whenever one object goes from the green area to the red area, it changes servers technically. But because it's done so quickly through like some seamless transition tool, it's not really like it is happening, but it happens and it's so fast that the user doesn't even realize that it's happening. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they see it all like it's happening in real time. What's the cost though? Probably extremely high. But, you know, I think costs will probably go down over time. Trans-server communication and syncing. Yeah, like all of the servers are synced with each other all the time simultaneously. And it's all in real.
Oh, but one dude in his chat did say that one dude in his chat just about 3 or 4 minutes ago said, oh, I saw this in EVE in 2003. Right? So what here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is a technology that's not been nailed down, that has been worked on. I mean, it has been worked on prior to Star Citizen, but I think not to the point where it's been done to this point successfully. That's why I was so goddamn emotional, man. When you saw Chris's engineer at CitizenCon with Chris and they were tearing up, those are real tears. They're not effing around. This is pretty amazing what's coming down the way from Star Citizen.
Real time. This is incredible. And that's why, for example, they're moving objects across.
I can also interact with entities that are on the other side.
You see that?
So if I go on the screen zone, for example, and
they're all synced to a centralized server? Yeah. And like that's basically what's happening,
because
right?
That's what Chris
so I guess
does,
this
you know?
would be the
right.
central server. And this is the version of it that they're seeing, the users are seeing. But the central server is totally different. So like you're not even seeing the real server. It's like a mirror. Yeah, exactly. You could say it could be game-changing. I think this is insane. Like, I've said this before, right? Is that I don't like the idea of servers, and I think servers are a technological limitation. And I'm so fucking glad that there's a legitimate developer that somehow managed to get $700 million that agrees with me. This is great.
Man, it's crazy. It's crazy that it's taken this long to break through that wall. It's crazy to me that people weren't getting this years and years ago, you know? But I'm glad that it is now.
Very happy about this. This is amazing. The server's incredibly different and novel tech. Yeah, difficult. This means no server crash. If yours go down, you automatically get transferred to another identical.
Oh my God, his chat is so cringe, man. Look at his chat just flip the script so fast, man. It was literally Scam Citizen, every single person. In fact, I even think I see the same name there that literally changed their opinion. Like, it is so cringe, his chat.
One. I'm sure there's going to be like replacement servers and things like that happen. But yes, basically, it's cool tech, but there's no way that a company can pay the server side, sadly, at least not now. It's too asynchronous. Are you saying like pay as in terms of like expense? You're saying it's too expensive? You have to understand that, like, my understanding of programming is that I can read HTML and I can read some C++. I've taken one class in programming that I got a C in.
Thank you, DEFCON. Happy Friday to you as well. I appreciate your support. Thank you so very much. I'm trying to get myself some new wheels because poor Rosalita's engine died out. Thank you. I appreciate that, buddy.
And I also took a couple of advanced classes in like flowchart management that used coding with it. So I don't really know a lot about coding. But what I do know is that things that always look better are not always more expensive on any sort of like load. And I think the best example of that is, I think it was Unreal 5.2 or 5.3, where they took wind replication and they could seamlessly add wind replication from any direction to a seemingly infinite number of trees. And not only was it affecting every single tree, but it was also doing it at a rate that was so much cheaper for the entire load of the PC. So yep. I think what's going to end up happening is that it's the same with anything, right? I mean, like, how are we going to say that this is impossible whenever
although the tech he's talking about is like environmental tech, weather tech, lighting tech, like lumen, like nanite, physical environment effects, those types of effects. Server meshing is an altogether different type of coding. Server meshing is very complex too. Like the fact that we saw what we saw at CitizenCon literally floored me. You guys knew who were there. I think my jaw dropped and hit the floor when I saw it, and it was a very emotional thing actually for me.
Of us grew up playing GameCube and Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64, or regular Nintendo for that matter, or Atari. How can we say that this is impossible whenever we started on 16-bit consoles? Of course this is going to happen. It's not even a question. It's just a matter of when.
It's a matter of time.
This is amazing. Imagine whenever they start using AI to make
it wouldn't be to this point if it wasn't for pioneers like Chris. And Chris gets a lot of hate. I know that. I know that vibe. Thank God I got the people here loving me and supporting me, because without you guys, all the hate that I get continually, I can feel what Chris is going through. Chris gets so much goddamn hate, and yet he's the dude who's pushing this thing through because he's a dreamer. Because he's a dreamer and he keeps pushing. Very similar to Elon, man. There's so much hate. Look at Elon. Elon gets tons of hate. Chris Roberts gets tons of hate. I get tons of hate. I'm nowhere near their caliber. But what I'm trying to say is, like, people that are pushing a narrative that is not popular opinion, like Scam Citizen, people that are pushing a narrative that say, yes, they can, yes, we will, we can do it, that have hope, that have the faith to do it, they are the ones that get the most hate. I don't know why that is a human kind of behavior or trait that is so mainstream to hate, right? But these are the people that are pushing through positive changes. Chris to the gaming industry, Elon to space and exploration, and you name it. Goddamn, guys, fucking crazy, all the shit that he's up to. But these are the people that will get the most hate. The people that dream will get the most hate. Eventually, there is a point at which it turns when more people are like, wow, it's here. And then it just fades away like a nightmare. You'll see it fade away as a nightmare here too. You know, all this that we've been going through for 10 years, it'll be a memory. Some people aren't even going to know that it existed. Some people are going to forget all about this. I won't. You won't. You know, we've been fighting the whole way. We've been here supporting this from the very beginning, whether we've been upset or whether we've been happy or just walked away, got frustrated, come back to it, right? We've been here. We know what's up. And eventually, the interesting thing is when this game has enough adoption, because a lot of people think, oh, this is all that's going to happen with Star Citizen. This is it. This is peak Star Citizen. This is the most money they're going to bring in. And they're so wrong. They're so wrong. The most popular Star Citizen content creators telling you in 2023 that nothing was being done, that there was no progress. These are the most popular content creators out there telling people that nothing was happening. Feeling to them they were entitled because they didn't get all the information. They didn't have everything transparent. They were entitled. They were entitled little babies that thought that they should receive every little bit of information so that they could monetize it, so that they could monetize you, so that they could put out that clickbait and monetize your eyeballs, man. Telling you all negative shit because, you know, we humans, we love the negative shit, you know? And I was sitting here telling people, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And if you're that worried about it, Walk away, play another title, enjoy life, come back to it later. Thanks, Nick. Thank you, bro. Fingers love chocolate. I appreciate you, Nick.
It's gonna be glass.
Thank you so much. Gets you now 5 subs. Thank you so much. Appreciate the hell out of you. So I guess just be careful where you're getting your information from or what communities you're gravitating to, because then when CitizenCon hit and we saw what Asmongold's watching right now, you saw a change. You saw all the content creators, and I said this numerous times, but for new people that are watching here, I really want you to understand the people that are the most popular were giving you a false narrative, telling you nothing was happening. And then when they saw what was happening at CitizenCon, they sidestepped it like they never said anything. They didn't acknowledge it. They didn't apologize to their fans. They didn't want to appear human. They wanted to be robotic. They wanted to be always correct. The news source, the facts, keep coming back and let me monetize the shit out of you. That's what they want you to believe, that they are always right. And there is a fallacy in that. There is a flaw in people that want to be, oh, I'm perfect. Come to me because I'm perfect. Like, I like the endearing quality about humanity where people admit their mistakes. None of them. Not one of the most popular Star Citizen content creators said, hey, I was wrong. Not one. Not one. And they just changed the tune. They just said, oh, wow, everything's great. This is wonderful. Like they never said, like the entire year they were talking about no progress happening. Now, listen. With a grain of salt here, obviously, there's going to be things promised that don't come out on time. We know it. We've been around for 10 plus years. We know how it goes. That's why I don't do roadmap shit anymore. It just infuriates me. I won't get involved in roadmap shit anymore because, like, you know, it's just a guideline. Everybody takes it, you know, as the gospel, like Moses, you know, carving the tablets with the 10 commandments. And if it doesn't happen, God forbid, there'll be hellfire, you know, this type of shit. You know, the roadmap's just there for a template. It's just there for a template. If it doesn't happen on time, we're all accustomed to it. And, you know, with 3.23 coming out, there are things that are promised. Trust me, they won't be good. They won't be good. We know it. But they will always continue to work upon it and improve upon it. That's what I've been accustomed to with Cloud Imperium. And I enjoy that. I enjoy that. I appreciate it. And I also appreciate that they're as transparent as they have been. They don't have to be that. There's no other developer out there that's literally showing you the phases of game development like Cloud Imperium. None. None. Not to the level which Cloud Imperium's doing. None. And they're not sharing everything with us, though. And they don't have to, you know? Anyway, let's keep going.
These improvements, or at least test them. Yeah, this is going to be crazy. I think people are really underestimating the scale of this.
Yep. Yes.
And like how much.
Yes, sir. You're not gonna eat me. Yes.
I saw it with Tesla. I saw it with SpaceX. I've seen it so many times in the past. I saw it with Apple. I saw it with Amazon. I saw it with Bitcoin. There's so many disruptive technologies. There's so many people striving to create something real and tangible, right? That will affect us as a species out there that have happened, that people have gotten wrong. I think this is one of those things where you're going to see this technology hit. God willing, this will become more streamlined and more people will go, holy shit. And I am so happy that Asmongold said that because I have been shouting it for years.
Different games are going to be in like 10 years. I feel like we are on like the cusp. I think DLSS is like it's like a precursor of what's to come. Things are going to get really crazy.
Yep, they will. They will. They will. And I'm glad for it because we haven't even seen the money come in yet.
Yes, sir. You're not gonna eat me. Yes.
You think 600 or 700 million is a big deal? And trust me, it is a big deal because it's all brought in by fans. They changed the template. Cloud Imperium changed the template of fan funding. They really did. I'm very curious to see where Web3 is going to go. I think that'll also smash this current model that we're seeing as well, but we'll see. But anyway, they changed the template when it comes to game funding. All of that's from the fans. And this 600 to 700 million is a drop in the bucket. I'm going to show you guys some numbers here. Hold on a second. This is interesting. You guys will appreciate this. Maybe I'll put this link down in the description for you. Hold on one second. This is the total amount of revenue brought in by Cloud Imperium, okay? And we've got it by the years. You can literally see that it just keeps increasing. It just keeps increasing. I didn't think that 2023 was going to beat 2022, and I was wrong. I thought that 2023 was shaping up to be less than 2022. What'd I say, guys? Like 90, I was saying like 94 million, 90, 93, 94 million is what I thought that 2023 was going to bring in. And they beat 2022. 2022 was 113 million. Okay. And the way things were shaping up, I was like, I don't know. And it was right around November, before the November numbers came in. And then November for 2023 was absolutely just bonkers huge. It was the best month they've ever had as a company. It's crazy. It literally is crazy. Pledge increased by 28 million. Citizen increase, 92,000 additional citizens. It's like crazy. That's a 23% increase month over month, the delta on that. Total pledge at that particular time was $648 million. It's crazy. It's crazy what they're doing right now. You understand? But yet this is a drop in the bucket. I continually tell people, you have no idea what's coming. Most of you here that have been following on the channel, you do. You do. But for people new that are watching this, that are curious about Star Citizen, you have no idea. This below me is a drop in the bucket. If server meshing comes out and they streamline it and it acts and functions the way that we all imagine and we all want it to, right? This is a drop in a bucket. This thing's going to go, it's going to explode, man. Because it truly will become the everything game at that point. That's why I've always said server meshing is one of the most important technologies to this. To give us the fleet battles that we need, where you've got thousands of players, huge ass ships, the fleet battles you've dreamed of since you were a kid in video gaming, man. The ultimate peak fleet battles in space, right? This is the game. This is your chance. This is your shot. That's why I support it. I won't poo-poo that. I'm going to cheer on the people that are trying to make this for me. And yet, what you're going to see is the most views on Star Citizen are the people that are hating it or they're getting that monetization. They don't understand what they're looking at. They don't get it. They're idiots. They don't understand. They'd rather just monetize people and get that quick buck. That's it. That's it. So anyway, it's cool that Asmongold said what he said. Super rational. Always why I watch Asmongold. Always why I'm a fan of Asmongold.